Hey, what's up, everyone? It's game two in the QR2 match between TMNT3 and the Mekongs. Just use that for short. So the first game, TMNT3, I'll just say TMNT because why the hell not? TMNT won very handily, very real, looking real slick. Just came out right out the gate and just took it over. So we'll see if the Mekongs have, can play a. Let's see if they can bounce back from that because that was kind of rough. So this map looks like has a, general kind of unit here with a mana bar. It looks like it's going to be the Lycan unto death kind of, I'm guessing, mechanic. Um, but who knows really? Because when and what the hell is this? Look at all these journeymen. Is this a thing? Oh my god. And then you get a couple here in healers? What? This is nuts. Alright, this is pretty cool. I like this mesh. Um, these are initiates, so they don't actually have Mandrake Roots, so they don't heal at all. They're like, this is interesting. They're a melee unit like the Thrall. I'm guessing they cost 3 unit trading points as opposed to 6. Journeymen usually cost 6 because they have the Mandrake Root healing mechanic. Oh my god! Completely different strategy here across the pond. LSO is actually captaining for the Mekongs. And Rat King's taking a back seat. I'm not even sure if Rat King is playing this game. Okay, we'll leave the chat up for you. So once again, GKG is going to be captaining with Kruniak, Helicopter Monkey Pilot, Mercadon, Dak, and Olympus. All good players, and they tend to. A lot of these players tend to team with each other each tournament, especially Myth World Cup. Kruniak, Mercadon, Dak. Dak is like GKG's right hand man, or one of them. Kruniak, actually, I guess Dak is his left hand man. I don't know. But so LSO is going to be captaining, which is interesting. Kind of curious to see how this goes. Ura. Am I pronouncing this right? You want to correct me? Ura, Killer King, Rower, right? Not Rar. Come on, help me out here. Verminix, and then Rat King is playing, so completely different strategies here. So let's see. Very melee heavy strat here with Thrall, cheap just units for pushing. It's capture the flag, so the defense probably, and these are for pushing. And then the goals with the pus and a dwarf and the general. So curious. I wonder if this is an Ulrich. It's a general. Okay, so that's probably like just given to you. And so no archers for GKG, and we have I want to say max archers. 18 seems kind of like a lot, and a lot more dwarves. 5 dwarves, about the same in goals, and only 2 thrall, and only like 10 of these journeymen for the Mekongs, whereas GKG gets I don't know 3, 7, at least 20. Um, 8, 16, 24 of these
Game
guys.
on.
I don't know. A lot of these guys he gets. So I'm curious to see exactly what he has in mind here, because that's a highly unusual strategy. I would guess most teams I think would take archers, but capture the flag. You gotta wonder what the utility is, because archers don't do a lot of damage at once. They do sustained damage over time, and in a which could work for you and it could work against you depending on the how the game is going, and what if you're doing a rush strategy. Archers aren't going to be very useful there. So it's you might want to sink your unit trading points into something different, like something that can take more punishment and just be a body in the front, frontliner. Uh, it's I don't know, but this is a lot of goals here. Rat King Rat King does like his gold packs, though. That's something that I do remember. And you know, the thing is, it's not a lot of people do it because it's not easy to make work, the gold pack thing, because golds are skirmisher units. Like they're fast and everything, but they're not good at like going up it. They're good at like flanking stuff and like coming up behind, but they're not good at like one-to-one combat. Like they have low health bars. They don't do a lot of damage. Their attack is, you know, kind of slow and underwhelming. But if you get enough of them, and they're only 2 unit trading points a piece. Okay, so this is what you know. It's not a whole lot being sunk into this, but that is kind of a lot of goals when you think about it. Compared to like journeymen of the same unit trading points, they probably would all die. You know, it's all in how you use them though. So this guy does have a pus packet, I do believe. And so they are going to meet in the north, and there is going to be somebody crossing here in the south, and they are going to be, I imagine, they're going to be scouted. But in the north, yep, so they're going to, ooh, okay, so they get the one dwarf to make a bottle pus thing happening here. So that's what they're doing. Kruniak is throwing these bottles in the water to make them go out, picking them up with the golds. That's the other thing that golds do, is they can carry stuff from, you know, just ambient things you just find on the ground, and they can throw them, and depending on how heavy they are, using the in-game physics engine, you know, they can go far, not very far. So like certain items, you'll throw them and they'll just like, you know, go straight to the ground, or you can like throw them kind of far if they're not very heavy. And these bottles tend not to be very heavy. You can lob them pretty far, and if you ignite them, they explode like a normal dwarf Molotov cocktail would. So the, you know, some pretty good strategy happening here. And looks like Rat King is gonna try to cross here. He's trying to get these dwarves across. But he's gotta be careful. And actually, these this goal did take some punishment somehow. From what? I don't know. Maybe one of these goals. But there aren't any dwarves here to punish this, so the Mekongs do have a lot more room to move around, since there are no archers, there's no artillery, there's only the one dwarf, and all the artillery is really in the pus. So GKG is focusing on the melee battle. It's not really worried about very many other things here. So you see Rat King kind of scattered all his goals because he's afraid that he's going to get pus bombed there, and he wants to mitigate the damage that he would take in such a situation. So he essentially wants them to waste that bomb on these goals instead of on more valuable units. And he's going to try scouting this flag. So he's going straight over here just to see what's on this flag. And he's forcing, looks like, TMNT to kind of fall back. Actually, TMNT, oh my god, there's a whole other battle happening over here. And TMNT is contested, just rushing in with these journeymen. Holy shit, these journeymen initiates. And the archers are just gonna get cleaned up here. It's like, without anything protecting them, they're just gonna die. So lure them on the satchels, man. Ooh, yeah, but no pus bomb there. So all that pus gets thrown around, just thrown out. What's happening here? There's no dwarf to clean this up. So this is a kind of a desperation. Don't like those pus throws, but he is doing okay. He is freezing those thrall, and he is cleaning that. Oh my god, this gambit might actually work. They really gotta. Oh my god. Oh my god. Is it gonna happen? Dude, it's totally happening. He's trying to stall, but these units are too slow. They couldn't get there in time. Dude, that's hilarious. The gold pack actually worked out there. That's amazing. Just send those goals in. And they were able to freeze those thrall enough so they can cut them down, do some damage, get some veterans. And because it was looking kind of bad, because Thrall versus goals tends to favor the Thrall because they're just a lot tougher. They can take more punishment, and they only have to hit the goal like 3 times and is dead. So that was, I guess, TMNT was just a little too overconfident there in their flag defense, and they just didn't have anything fast enough to catch up with that maneuver, and their own offense was too busy just trying to clean everything up, not really worried about time or anything like that. And I guess that kind of came back to haunt them as they weren't able to get to that flag in time to contest it. So pretty interesting game there, and that was desperation there from Rat King. Like he just was like, shit, we're gonna lose. This is what I gotta do. So it was kind of a gamble, but he made it work, and the Mekongs are able to come out. That's okay. So it's tied up at 1 game apiece, and yeah, series 1-1. Let's look at this. Yeah, Rat King 13-9, and even though he had 13 kills, he only had 12 damage, and that's because he was healing all the whites and also the Thrall are 1 damage, 1 kill, 1 damage. Like, Thrall are so cheap. They're just 1 unit trading point. And let's see, Ura 0-4. So, they didn't have positive ratios here. Actually, neither team did because of the healing of the whites, which are the explosive unit. I don't know how to describe it. They're filled with pus and gas, and they stab themselves and explode, and but if you heal them, they just melt into a puddle and you can pick up the pieces, and that's what the goals were throwing. But when you do heal them, your friendly units, and they die, you're incurring negative damage. But it looks like Helicopter Monkey Pilot had the most damage in the game, and pretty good ratios as well. 12-6, 47 unit trading points. I guess he was on the offense then. Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for watching, and yeah, stick around. We're gonna move into game 3 in just a second.
Team eliminated. Game over.